So we just completed week 7, or as I like to call it, injury week. Because good God, there was I lost track of all the injuries throughout the entire week. The Jets lost both Elijah Vera Tucker and Brees Hall, but somehow gained James Robinson out of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bellinger has a destroyed eye socket.
Yeah.
Yeah. DK Metcalf's out for the year. Who else? J.C. Jackson's out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Fairly certain there's a bunch of others, but this was just injury week. Hopefully it goes a lot better this week. Greetings, everybody. Voice of Reason here with the Haymakers, and join me as always is Nikki V.
Hey. Oh well. At least my team made it through the week without just getting fucking crunched.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was a bit of a shocker. As for how we did, I kicked everyone's ass.
Nice.
Eh,
By the
but
way, I don't think DK's out for the season. It doesn't look like he tore his ACL or had any sort of catastrophic injury, but he will be out for several weeks.
yeah, yeah. And was it Matt Ryan? Matt Ryan's out indefinitely, but not for the torn not for a torn shoulder. No, he's been sit permanently.
Well, I'm sure the torn shoulder didn't help.
No, no, but I think it's official. The Colts are now in tank mode since they're starting
Mm-hmm.
Samuel Ellinger.
Oh, Sam Ellinger. Hook 'em horns.
But as for how we did this week, well, you went 7-7, and the coin just gave up. The coin just.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
But weirdly enough, they did. There were 3 games that they did pick over us.
Mm-hmm.
They picked the Cardinals over the Saints. They picked the Panthers over the Bucks. And Nikki, your winner for the week.
The Bears, finally! So I get to say good things about the Bears. I haven't got to do that in fucking weeks. So, here's my professional hot take about where the Bears are at right now. First off, Matt Eberflus isn't going to win Coach of the Year because, there's just too many better candidates right now, like Brian Daboll, Pete Carroll, somebody else is going to win. Robert Saleh, yeah. Robert Saleh definitely, if they can keep this going, even through the JC Jack or the not JC Jackson, Brees Hall injury. But Matt Eberflus is doing a really good job, especially the last couple of weeks, of catering the team to Justin Fields' strengths. All right, because guy is good at making throws on the move and running when he needs to. And while you are still trying to figure out the professional level of quarterback play, that's enough to at least get you somewhere. I don't think the Bears are going to be quite good this year, but if the Bears were to, say, dump all of their league-leading cap space into some O-linemen next year and maybe draft Jackson Smith and a Jigba or something, we could have something. So, it's coming.
Yep.
Because the defense is damn good.
Oh my God.
As is tradition.
3 interceptions.
Oh, you love to see it. Including one. Did you see that one where Jaquan Brisker got kicked in the nuts and then came back like half a quarter later and got a pick?
Yeah, I saw that he was down, and then I think that was the tip ball, right? That he caught.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The Manning cast loved that.
I missed it. Apparently, the President Obama was on.
Oh yeah, there was a few good people on there. Obama, Bill Burr was apparently really good on the Manning cast.
I gotta start watching that. I mean, Grossi's usually my go-to for Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
But in any case, my winner for the week. Can't believe I'm saying this. Who are shocked? The Seattle Seahawks.
Oh my goodness! It's crazy to think that the Seahawks have already won the Russell Wilson trade, and they haven't even gotten most of their picks yet.
No, I mean they still have. they still have. Again, they still have a first, an early first rounder, depending on how the Broncos end up falling next year.
Oh, They're gonna keep falling. I'm telling you that. Let's see.
So,
Oh shit! Just real fast, literally breaking. Just dropped off on my feed. The Eagles just traded for Robert Quinn.
oh, they're winning the Super Bowl.
Eagles win Super Bowl. Holy, well that sucks for me. Like, Robert Quinn was probably like our best pass rusher besides Roquan Smith, and he openly wants to leave.
What'd they get for him?
It hasn't said yet. It literally just dropped.
I'm looking for Rappaport. Oh, yep, there it is. Trading Star Pass for Robert Quinn to Eagles. Still nothing yet as of yet.
All right, I will keep my eye out for this. We'll see what happens.
All right. Meantime, Seahawks are doing great. Kenneth Walker is now the front runner for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he fucking went off against the Chargers. Like 167 yards or something like that?
168, 2 touchdowns. And yeah, that's it. Didn't get any pass attempts.
Right. Crazy.
Yeah.
Like, nobody could have seen that coming. I don't even think that Geno Smith saw this coming.
No, and he's been doing like average. Like he only went 20 for 27 and 210, and two touchdowns, 1 interception. And really didn't rush that much. But they have a running game. Who would have thunk?
That's crazy.
But speaking of, that we got out of the way, my loser for the week. Goddamn, I was, if this went a different way, I would have 2 different winners and losers. But seeing how fates have changed, it's the New England Patriots.
Oh man, they really just accidentally overthought things. Like, so you go into the game and you have Bailey Zappi cooking, but you're just like, nope, we're gonna stick with Mac Jones. He's our guy. And on the surface, sure, that's fine. But then you pull him after one bad quarter, like ruining his confidence, and you do that just in time to see Bailey Zappi turn back into a pumpkin.
Yeah, it was weird because that when Zappi came out to, ironically enough, Stacy's mom, weirdly enough, Stacy's mom, he was singing the lyrics.
Yeah, you'd think that would be Zach Wilson's song.
I know. But he came out. All of a sudden, Foxborough came to life when he came to, and those first 2 drives that resulted in touchdowns, they were amazing. The pass to both Devontae Parker and Jacoby Myers were on point. Almost on point.
I will say that the throw to Jacoby Myers, which the Myers one was the touchdown one, right?
Yes.
That throw is way behind. Like, he had to stop and fall backwards and kind of roll into the end zone. Like, it didn't look that great.
Yeah, but the one to Devontae Parker in double coverage was on point.
That was sick.
And that also resulted in a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown. After that, did they forget
Literally
to
nothing.
play how off? Do you know how to play offense?
What is this offense? It's like they got their offensive game planning from the Broncos.
Yeah, because after that, total yards. The Bears contained the rushing to only 70 yards and 100, and the passing was to 190, and they got 2 interceptions off of that. I'd honestly be worried if I were Bill Belichick and you're going up against the Jets' stingy defense.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, right. Nikki, you're a loser.
Okay, so originally I was going to say the Broncos because, look at them. But, I just realized there's a way better target, and that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Tom Brady ruined his marriage for this. Like, oh my God. You got bombed 21-3 to PJ Walker. And he doesn't have CMC or Robbie Anderson anymore.
No, who's the leading the leading the leading rusher was Deontay Foreman.
Yeah.
And Chuba Hubbard was a lone rushing touchdown.
Yeah, when Chuba Hubbard is running for 7 yards a carry on you, panic. And the sad thing is, aside from the fact that, he can't throw touchdowns anymore, like Tom Brady, 32 for 49, 290, and only 1 sack taken. That's good numbers. But the problem is they have literally no running game. They rush 16 times for 46 yards, and that's probably one of their better games this season. Mike Evans dropped the easiest touchdown he will ever have in his life.
I saw that happen. It's like,
oh my God.
I couldn't believe it what I saw.
That, and he's like one of the more sure-handed receivers. It's not like he's one of those spec catch guys who dazzles you with highlight stuff. No, Mike Evans is the most boring ass 1,000-yard receiver you'll ever see. Yeah. He will 67 yards per game you to death. With efficiency, and he just, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Those are our winners and losers for the week. So after this week, I'm just doubling back. My record is 60-46-1. You have a 56-52-1, and the coin is 53-54-1.
Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah,
I'll take a winning record out of that.
Although I'll double check the math because I think they're supposed to be like 53-55-1. But in any case, this week for the bye, only 2 teams this week, and that's just the Chiefs and the Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers need some time to think about things after, getting bopped by the Seahawks. Although that's becoming less and less of an embarrassment.
Yeah, I mean, what's sad is they're the only. I think they're the only team in the NFC West that has a winning record.
Oh yeah, the whole NFC is just a fucking dumpster fire.
Everyone came over to the AFC.
Right, there's only 5 teams right now in the NFC with a winning record, and 3 of them are in the NFC East.
Yeah, and who knows, that might change in a couple weeks depending on how Washington does.
Yeah, actually, I take back what I said. The 3 best teams are in the NFC East. That's weird.
Yeah. But in any case, Thursday night football starting off week 8. And maybe early in the year this would have been a good matchup. Not so this time. Ravens taking on the Bucks.
Oh man. I don't know what is the problem with the Bucks right now. Maybe it's just that Tom Brady has just gotten too old. Maybe it's finally happened.
Have you seen him? He looks drained.
He looks like he needs to consume more souls. Yeah.
I mean, on the plus side with the Ravens, didn't blow a lead, thank goodness. Granted, it was against the Browns, but you never know regarding what's going on in Cleveland. Or, sorry, in Baltimore. But
right, yeah.
This one should be an easy one. I'm taking the Ravens over the Bucks.
Yeah, me too. The Bucks, until they get things figured out, it's really hard to root for them, which is really sad because they're still technically winning the NFC South.
Yep, and we're not using a physical coin because I found out that Google has a coin flip app.
Handy.
Yes, so if they end up picking something weird, blame Google. But thankfully they're not picking weird right now since they have also picked the Ravens.
All right, cool. By the way, the trade for Robert Quinn we just got details about it. The Eagles are sending a 4th-round pick to Chicago and are eating the whole of Robert Quinn's contract.
Ooh, Okay, so that gave okay, so that frees up
Oh
a
wait, no, no,
lot.
no, 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 no. I was actually wrong. The Bears are picking up most of the remaining salary.
Oh,
Phew.
okay.
Fourth round pick for a guy who holds the Bears record for most sacks in a season.
Hmm.
I quit. I quit.
All right, moving on. Next London game. This is Broncos Jaguars.
This could be seen as a declaration of war.
Yeah.
Like, why do we keep sending these games over to London?
Well, I think we have to balance it out because we had two good games, one shit game,
Uh-huh.
and now we have to have one more shit game.
I guess so. Like this is just mean.
Yeah, yeah. And what is it? Like Broncos. Uh, I think it's about like I think it's about over on the Broncos party because I don't know what's gonna happen after this. Like if they end up losing, I have no idea what's gonna happen to Hackett. I have no idea what the QB situation is. Uh,
Oh, I'll tell you this: if the Broncos lose to the Jaguars in London, they're gonna leave Hackett there. Like, like I saw a thing earlier. Hackett is already like 7 games into his season. He is already on the hot seat.
he'll,
Like and it's not just us like pontificating or whatever. It's getting reported.
uh, so if he loses, he'll become the new coach of the London Silly Nannies.
Hey, oh
Bring
man,
that
I
reference
think
back.
we're trying to get Londoners to actually, like football.
Uh, I mean they did. I mean they've been filling the stadiums
Sure.
from what I've seen. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Now is this game? I just want to double check, make sure, see if this one is taking place in Wembley or if it's somewhere else. Because this is like Jaguars' home territory, and since they are home, I haven't seen anything. I could probably take a look. Uh, but in any case, they did. This is weird because the Jaguars did lose James Robinson to the Jets for literally nothing.
Yeah, like a sixth round pick or a conditional fifth or no, conditional sixth that could become a fifth.
Right. Yeah, depending on how many rushing yards Robinson gets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because basically the Jets have him on loan or for rental.
Yeah, which is fine because James Robinson is still really good. It's just that, Travis Etienne is starting to break out and, Snoop Connor has a rad name, so might as well have them get the carries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in doing so, I'll take the Jags on this one. I think they'll squeak out. They'll squeak out a win against Denver, and unfortunately, that means Hackett's gonna get fired after this.
Probably. Like, I agree with that. Jaguars win, and like it's appropriate that this game is taking place in a soccer stadium because the score might resemble one.
But in any case, the coin has selected the Jaguars.
All right.
All right. Moving on. Coming back to the USA at 1:00. Dolphins taking on the Lions.
Okay.
Tua's back.
Tua's back, and he is still lowering his head in order to get yards. Stop that.
Slide. Learn how to slide.
This is basically what killed RG3.
Mm.
Never learned how to slide. Don't let this happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So the Lions are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
They are really bad at the moment. Amon-Ra, unfortunately, can't stay healthy at the moment. Like, he keeps having to leave games with injuries. That sucks.
Yeah. Apparently, eight players were not at practice today.
Mm-hmm.
And Amon-Ra was wearing a no contact jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had so much. like I honestly do want the Lions to succeed. I like their head coach. I like their
Mm-hmm.
offense. They need to get they need a better defense is all.
Yeah, like, well, that and also Jared Goff has finally turned back into a pumpkin as well.
Mm.
I'm really on that pumpkin kick this week. It must be Halloween.
Yeah,
But
getting
like,
close.
yeah, but like first couple weeks of the season, Jared Goff looked like he was like he could be the Lions' long-term option at quarterback. Now, nope.
No, no,
Which
no. I did.
sucks because they really need to use that first pick that they're going to have on someone like, I don't know, Bill Anderson,
Yeah.
instead of having to like spend another high draft pick on a quarterback and then just like patching their defense with mid-round picks. Like
Hmm.
they don't need to do that.
No. So I'm picking the Dolphins on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't even know if the Lions are even going to score a lot in this game because the Lions got a real or the Dolphins have a real good defense.
Yeah. And so has
Hmm.
the coin.
All right, coins being boring. I love it.
All right, next game. I know this might be weird, but it might also be for the division lead. Panthers Falcons.
Oh my God.
It's official. And the NFC South is tank division.
It is not even close. Well, actually, no, I like the AFC South isn't much better, but
No, I mean they still have the
like
Titans, but
basically if you're in the South, you suck. Wait a minute.
weirdly, well, as a Northerner, I agree, but that's beside the point.
Hey, and as a Southerner, fuck off.
uh, but yeah, again, Falcons may have come down a little bit after their wins against the was it who they beat? Was it Cleveland?
Let me check.
It was
Here,
the
Falcon.
49ers. That's who they beat.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah, I think though that more of that had to do with the Bengals like really starting to come back than anything to do with the Falcons.
yeah, fair. Also, they don't have also Atlanta doesn't have any cornerbacks anymore.
Right. Did AJ Terrell get hurt?
I
Or
believe
Terrell?
I believe he did.
Ah, that's a bummer. He's like the anchor of that defense. Mm. All right. Well,
And the Panthers, you know their situation, so we'll see what happens
y-
there.
yeah, this that feels like the kind of situation where they used up like they stunningly beat them, but humbled them.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, humbled them old world style,
Yeah.
in the words of Sheiky Baby. Like it, I don't see them doing that again. Like if they do, then we're gonna have to start talking about how this division is not only tank division, but also probably cursed.
Mm. Um.
But
Yeah, but in that case, I'm gonna pick the Falcons to win this game.
yeah, me too. This one doesn't feel like it's gonna be that hard.
I mean, it could go either way. I mean, the coin's picking the Panthers.
Okay. It's honestly not that crazy to think the Panthers could win, but like I don't think that it's going. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Mm. Yeah, just for the sake of it, I'm just gonna quick check on DraftKings because we haven't checked that sportsbook as of late.
Yeah, I haven't been betting a lot lately. That's why those videos kind of stopped coming out.
I'd say lost too much money.
It's not that I lost too much money. It's just that I was uh, too busy worrying about the process of moving.
Oh,
And then once I finally settled down, like things just kept coming up. So it really hasn't been a lot of,
okay.
yeah.
But yeah, Atlanta's 4.5 point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
It's about right, I
all right.
think.
Moving on. Could be a sleeper game. Cardinals Vikings.
Yeah, Cardinals, Vikings. So
Viking.
the Cardinals are better than their record implies.
Hmm.
Like they're 3-4. They're a little better than that. The Vikings are worse than they appear.
Yeah.
Like they're 5-1, and all of their games have been ugly as hell.
Yeah, and I think most of them have come down to the wire. Yeah, close game close game against the Dolphins. Came down to literally a touchdown.
Mhm.
Which game was it? They had a bye. Did they have a bye week 5? Oh no, yeah, the game against the Bears they almost blew. Um,
Mhm.
the 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 game against game against the Saints literally came down to a double doink.
Right.
Let's see, they had a game against, which I remember week 3. Oh yeah, the game against the Lions came down. It was a touchdown away. The only time they lost, I think, was week 2. No, yeah, where they got blown out by the Eagles. And the big blowout win was against the Packers.
Right. So, and that's becoming more and more like, well, it's the Packers.
Yeah. But here, it's gonna be another close game. I think it's gonna be a very offense-heavy game. Might come down to probably within between 3 and 5 points, depending on how accurate
Right.
everyone's kickers are. But
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna take the upset. I'm picking the Cardinals to beat the Vikings.
Okay. Um, See, I think the problem is I think that there's a reason why the or the Cardinals are like they keep blowing those games because their coaching just isn't very good.
Mm.
Like, I think I'm going to take the Vikings on
All right,
that.
all right. Well, Coin agrees with you. They picked the Vikings.
Okay.
All right. Next game. I don't think we'll get the same showing as we had on Monday night, but we'll see. Bears taking on the Cowboys.
I do not. I do not think that.
No. So the win against the Patriots was just a fluke win.
I'm not going to say it's a fluke, but like Cowboys are good. I
Eh,
hate to say that, but the Cowboys are good. So,
yeah, they really are.
like, and the Patriots are kind of not.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we'll see. I mean, maybe Eberflus finally figured out to utilize Fields in the run or like doing stuff outside the pocket.
I
Uh,
mean, well, the problem though is that they're going up against freaking Micah Parsons, so that's going to
right.
be an issue.
Hmm.
So I feel like even if they do all the right things, like they're playing a defense that is much scarier.
Yeah, that's fair. But in any case, the coin has picked the Bears,
Well, I appreciate the support.
which, by the way, I think yeah, Cowboys are 9.5 point favorites.
Yeah, I bet I bet that that's the biggest spread of the week.
It's not. We'll get to it. We'll get to it in 2 games.
Oh, fun.
All right, next up, Raiders taking on the Saints.
Okay,
You know,
Saints are bad.
yeah, I remember early in the year and said, "Oh no, the Saints are gonna win the division. They might go 13-4." Oh boy, was I
Yeah, we
wrong.
forgot to take into account the fact that Dennis Allen is atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, it's not getting talked about enough. Dennis Allen is a coach that has maybe the rest of the season left if he's lucky.
Mm.
And Kitty agrees.
Yes.
Uh, but yeah, it's like he keeps just abandoning the run and making like really boneheaded calls. It's just bad. It's bad.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the
I wouldn't be
Raiders.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Saints are a team that ends up blowing it up before the deadline.
Maybe. I don't know
Yeah.
who would want to go after them.
Michael Thomas,
Yeah,
maybe Ryan Ramczyk.
possibly. But
I wouldn't be
the
shocked if the Packers traded for Michael Thomas because they need it. Oh, a wide
yeah,
receiver
yeah,
bad.
they need they do need wide receiver help. Um, I'm surprised they haven't I haven't heard anything as far as offers that they've been going for.
Hmm.
Because I don't know exactly how bad the Lazard injury is, but
Hmm.
I think we'll get to that eventually. Oh no, I was wrong. This isn't the 2 games is not the largest spread. It's further down the line.
Uh-huh.
But I'm taking the Raiders.
Yeah, me too. Like the Raiders just like the Raiders are a team right now that like they are in the worst have the worst record they could possibly have right now
Mm-hmm.
because if a couple other things go their way, they could be like not only with a winning record but like at the top of the AFC right now.
Mm-hmm.
They just have had some bad breaks.
All right.
And also, their coach sucks too.
Yeah. But the coin has picked the Aints.
Oh man, the coin sounds like me from like when I was in high school. Oh yeah, I'll take the Bears and the Saints.
All right, moving on. This is the second largest spread. Steelers Eagles.
Oh man. Steelers. I'm not gonna say I saw Kenny Pickett not working coming, but I didn't have a good feeling about that pick when it happened.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like granted he's still young, still hasn't even played half a season, but mm,
It's getting close to Leaf numbers.
yep, never get close to Leaf numbers.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
No.
And
No,
I
so far real fast through his like what 4 games that he's played in or so. Like at least his
roughly.
completion percentage looks really good, although his yards per attempt are atrocious, so he's getting a lot of checkdowns.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 68.5% completion percentage, 771 yards, so that's about less than 200 yards per game, if I'm doing my math right.
Mm.
And a touchdown to interception ratio of 2-7.
Ugh, that's bad.
Yeah, when you're pining for the days of Mitch Trubisky, panic.
Uh-huh.
And also, like, Pickett's getting bailed out by some fucking incredible catches from George Pickens.
Yeah, George Pickens is the man.
Yeah, he's quickly turning into like the highlight play receiver for them, which is hilarious because Steelers fucking do it again. Like just finding random ass mid-round picks in order to turn into fucking star receivers. They do this every fucking year.
I think most people agree that Pickens was a first round pick. The problem was people were worried about his attitude. That's why he became a mid round pick.
Right. So naturally he goes to the Steelers where unknown receivers turn into divas.
Mm,
He's just getting a step ahead of the process.
yeah. But in any case, as we have said earlier in the podcast, the Eagles just got a lot better by adding Robert Quinn.
Yeah, like the one I remember going into the draft this year, the biggest thing that the Eagles needed was pass rush help. Here you go. Here, have the best pass rusher that the Bears have had since fucking shit, I don't know, the
Yeah,
85 Bears.
yeah, pretty much. Oh, by the way, I just want to point out, non-football related, the World Series this year has accomplished a feat that has not happened since 1950.
Mm-hmm.
No African American players in the World Series.
Not sure if that's an accomplishment.
It's not an accomplishment; it's an embarrassment.
Right, yeah.
Still, I've said this to a couple people, not my server, but in other people's server. This is going to be the most unwatchable World Series in a long while.
Mm-hmm.
To two really hated teams. One is a team that has proved to be cheaters and had their reputation ruined, and the other has the worst city fan bases of all time.
Right. Whoever wins, we lose.
Yes.
And the really fun part of that is I get to be in the middle of that fan base because I have to put up with Astros fans at work. They're almost as bad as Cowboys fans.
Yeah. I actually honestly think they're... Oh, wait, the Astros fans are almost as bad as Cowboys fans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Maybe that's just due to sheer volume, but yeah.
All right. Let's move away from Pennsylvania and move a little farther east. Patriots taking on the Jets.
Oh wait, who did the
coin pick Bengals?
Did the coin? Okay, cool. I could have figured. I should have figured that because like if they picked the Steelers, there would have been a big old rigmarole.
Yeah. But yeah, Patriots Jets. I was, at the start after Sunday, I was actually going to be a little bit worried about this game because the Jets lost their rookie running back who was the front runner for for rookie of the year.
Offensive rookie of the year, yeah.
Yep. And I was dreading the game that the Patriots were going to play against the Bears because I had the sneaking suspicion they were going to demolish that offense.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a little bit more confidence.
Right. And like while I would rather have Breece Hall than James Robinson, like James Robinson's no slouch.
Yeah, and I was again looking at what happened. I still love the Jets defense. Like,
yeah.
I'm just trying to see because I believe I'm just trying to think if Jermaine Johnson's coming back or not. Because if he comes back, he might win Rookie of the Week, and we have all four Jets rookies taken in the first two rounds. Get their respective belts.
Nice. Just make the belt green.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Sauce Gardner won defensive player for the AFC this week.
Wow.
Yep. So it was Burrow, Sauce, and Fat Randy won the AFC awards, and then
wow,
it was it was Daniel Jones won for quarterback, I think. Defensive, I think, was Roquan Smith, and the kicker,
Cairo Santos.
Yes,
because he kicked 4 field goals.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, interesting week this week for the winners. But yeah, yes, yeah. No, it was Marco Wilson for the.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Yeah, it's Daniel Jones, Marco Wilson, and Cairo Santos for the NFC. Joe Burrow, Sauce Gardner, and Fat Randy for the AFC.
Yeah, so I have a little bit more faith for this one. So I'm going to say I think the Jets break the streak. I think they finally beat the Pats at home.
Me too. I think the Jets have momentum and the Patriots do not. I think that the Patriots are vulnerable. I know that I say that, and I am now expecting the hand of God to bitch slap me and be like, no,
Well,
Patriots are eternal.
Perna's fate wheel landed on the Jets this week, so
Oh no.
that either means the Jets are going to implode, or Zach Wilson's going to throw for 300 yards.
Mm-hmm. Zach's gonna throw for 300 yards and then bang Bill Belichick's mom.
Oh no. But coin picked the Patriots to win. It is actually pretty much a toss-up game. It's only Patriots only 2.5-point favorites.
Mm-hmm. Wait, Patriots are favorites?
Yeah, the Pats are favorites. They're 2.5-point favorites.
Interesting.
Again, it's I think it's still recency bias.
Yeah, Jets get no respect because they were underdogs. Like both the Jets and the Giants were underdogs in their last games for no fucking reason.
The Jets have been underdogs this entire year.
Let me check something. I have a website that I can find that shows which teams are best against the spread. NFL record against the spread.
Well, while you
Team
do that,
rankings.
I will move on to I think the 4:00 games now. Just double checking.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, moving on to the 4:00 games. Titans taking on the Texans.
Yeah, this game's gonna be unwatchable. All right, so right now the Giants and the Falcons actually have the best record against the spread, 6-1.
Ah, neat.
Buffalo is right behind them at 4-1-1, and then the Jets, the Cowboys, and the Bengals are all 5-2.
Which is ironically the Jets' record.
Yeah, there you
go. Okay, so this game, have the Titans found their stride?
Seems like it. Like they're sticking with what works, and like I don't know if Ryan Tannehill is going to be staying the starting quarterback for much longer because it does feel like he is kind of holding them back. But
it's been I'm just looking at their stuff because they didn't really score. There were no offensive touchdowns for the Titans. It was all defensive.
Mm-hmm. And he's also questionable for this game.
Okay, so it might be Malik Willis coming in. So that's probably gonna be a game time decision to watch out for. That being said, another weird take on this one, but I remember last time that the Tennessee was in Houston and they got embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking this is my other underdog pick. I'm taking the Texans over the Titans.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Like, granted, we might be seeing Malik Willis's first start in this game. Yeah. And quite frankly, you couldn't ask for a better tune-up game than this.
Yeah, that's fair. What's his face? Their rookie running back is really good.
Yeah, Dameon Pierce. I have him on my fantasy team. He's basically my RB1 at this point.
I have Burkhead as a backup, so in case he gets hurt, he's going in.
Yeah, let's see here. My running back room has been kind of rough this season. Like right now, Dameon Pierce is my one, but I've had DeAndre Swift, who's been hurt all season.
Yeah.
David Montgomery, who's all right, but he's playing Dallas, who have the best running back defense in the league. Mm-hmm. James Robinson, who was benched for a long time. So it's messy.
Yeah, I mean, on my team, I have my go-to running back is my number one is Joe Mixon.
Oh, and Austin Eckler.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Joe Mixon has not been good this season.
No, my number two is Travis Etienne.
Well, okay, at least he's getting a number one role.
And then my others are AJ Dillon, who has not been who they refuse to hand the ball off to. So I'm actually benching him against Buffalo.
Right.
And then the other is DeAndre Swift, who hopefully he gets healthy.
Right.
They did say he is healthy for this week, so I might pop him in instead of Mark Andrews, depending on if he plays against Tampa.
Hmm.
Because he only got 4 yards. He only got 4 yards passing against Cleveland.
Right.
So yeah. So in any case, I'm picking the Texans. The coin is picking the Texans. Are you picking the Titans?
Yeah, I'm picking the Titans.
Alrighty, that's fair.
Like we can't all pick the upsets.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Next game. I think this might be. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this might be game of the week. Giants
It's
Seahawks.
it's the only game this week between teams with a winning record.
Yeah.
Imagine saying that in week 1.
I couldn't. I honestly couldn't.
Yeah, and like clockwork, fucking Giants are still getting no love from Vegas because the Seahawks are 3-point favorites.
Yeah. That's because the Seahawks offense is so freaking good.
They are, but they just lost DK Metcalf.
They still have Tyler Lockett. They still have Noah Fant, and maybe, and who knows, maybe Kenneth Walker is gonna start getting some passes.
Yeah, I get that, but the Giants are 6-1. Like Brian Daboll is almost a lock for Coach of the Year at this point. Like, what more do they need to do? I guess maybe win by more than one score.
Yeah,
But
not come back in the fourth quarter every time.
I mean, sure.
Uh,
But the easy solution to that is to just do a parlay where it's like Seahawks win the first half and Giants win the second half.
yeah, that's what happened with
Or-
the Packers.
Yeah.
But in any case, yeah, I do agree. I think Vegas has it all wrong. Giants are gonna win this game. But
I agree.
once again by a field goal.
Yeah, me too. Like the Giants are just rolling right now, and the Seahawks, while also rolling, are a little more vulnerable, I think,
Hmm.
especially with the loss of Metcalf. So,
Right. And the coin has also selected the Giants to win.
all right.
All right. Next game. Ugh. Commanders Colts.
The Sam Ellinger era has begun.
And it'll promptly end by the end of this game.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
I think Chase Young is coming back soon. I'm not sure if he's coming
Oh,
back. I'm not sure if he's coming back here, but he's prime. He's bound to be healthy eventually.
right.
The one thing that I think the Colts have is their offensive line. It's just it's a matter of like, can they get their quarterback to throw the ball to their to their wide receivers. So
Right.
your choices are an aging quarterback versus a quarterback who's untested.
Yeah.
A-
It's
And meanwhile, on the Commanders side, Heineke's gonna Heineke.
mm-hmm. Haley Heineke. But honestly, the offensive line this year for the Colts hasn't been great. Matt Ryan's already been sacked 24 times.
Okay.
So, like, that's about 3.5 a game.
That's fair.
It's not great.
Uh, yeah, but I'm trying to see what the Colts are the favorites in this, but I think I might actually take the Commanders over the Colts.
Yeah, like I don't like the Commanders have at least some momentum going right now. Kind of like them in this game too. Especially, did the Colts still not have Jonathan Taylor,
I
or
can.
did he come back?
He is. Let me find out. I bel I have to double check the injury report. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I do not see him. Let's see. I'll look at the injury report right now. I don't see him listed on the injury report,
Hmm.
so he might be back.
Yeah, I'll take the Colts, but I don't feel good about it.
Well, I believe the coin has also selected the Colts, but I'm the lone one taking the Commanders.
Right.
All right. Moving on. God, this also would have been a great matchup if not for, the NFC West imploding. 49ers Rams. 49ers are hurt. The Rams, I have no idea what's going on with them.
The Rams might have just completely sold out for that one Super Bowl, and now they are paying for it, which, your team would do too.
Fair.
Any team would do.
Yep.
But, yeah, this team just does not feel complete.
49ers do have Bosa back, so that's a plus.
Mm-hmm. And the 49ers are going to have another game of Christian McCaffrey.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully get him prepped for that game. What are the betting odds say? 49ers
minus 1.5.
Yeah. I think I'm going to agree with Vegas on this one. I'm going to take the 49ers.
Me too. Something just seems off with the Rams. I don't get them.
Yeah, and looks like the coin has selected the Rams.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now, earlier I said that the Eagles Steelers game was the biggest spread. I was wrong. This one is Packers taking on the Bills.
Double it.
Okay. The current spread, according to DraftKings, as of today, is minus 11.
Double it.
Minus 22.
And double it again. Okay, maybe not.
You never know. You have 49-0 blowout.
Mm-hmm. It's bad over there, Green Bay, and I've been waiting all my life to say that.
Oh my god.
This is hilarious.
Oh jeez. I still can't believe that the only teams on Clickbait Sports that are actually having a good time are the NFC East teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scooter and 5 points. They're eating good.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Grossi has depression. Freaking U-Tree is about to bring back. He's about to bring back an old series, and Brandon Perna is
he's now a Bills
about
fan.
to. Huh?
Did you see GPS on Monday?
No.
He came on with a Bills shirt.
Fair.
He's officially a Bills fan. Or he's a bandwagoner.
You know what? You said Perna did that, right?
Yeah, Perna is officially a Bills bandwagoner.
You know what? Considering that the Broncos have no future at this point, they're tied to Russell Wilson for the next several years, I would too.
Oh.
I don't blame him at all.
Yeah. Anyway, Bills are a complete team. They're coming off a bye. It's hunting season.
Mm-hmm.
And on the menu, cheese.
Delicious. But yes, Christian Watson is questionable. Alan Lazard is questionable. Randall Cobb is on injured reserve. David Bakhtiari, questionable. We're just going to get to see a full smattering of the Packers practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even name any other receivers that they have besides Romeo Doubs.
Sammy Watkins is back, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, because, if Cobb's on IR, I think that was just in time for Watkins to come back.
Yeesh, usually he's good for 1 week, and then he goes on IR for the full season.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I'm taking the Bills. I think you're taking the Bills.
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah. Packers, the coin, on the other hand, is going all in on the Packers.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Packers to win this and for the coin to taunt us again.
Yeah. All right, and finally, Monday night, battle for Ohio. Bengals taking on the Browns.
Bengals have fucking turned it around.
Oh my god, yeah. Honestly, after their loss to the uh, what was it? After the loss to the Ravens, they
Hmm.
just went on a hot streak.
Yeah, like I've seen several stats about the Bengals that are just ridiculous. Like since that game, Joe Burrow has a touchdown to interception ratio of 18-1, or how the Bengals defense has not allowed a second half offensive touchdown all season.
Impressive.
Like, but the craziest one of all is I saw something that was just like ever since the um ever since the movie Minions Rise of Gru came out, the Bengals have had uh like jumped out to like 200 and some I forget the fucking stat, but like I saw that and I was just like, this is the kind of stat manipulation I'm looking for.
Hmm.
But yeah, Bengals good. Bengals really, really, really good. Like we were hoping that they would finally get their shit figured out. They figured their shit out.
Yep. Uh, yeah, Bengals are on track to win the AFC North again.
Hmm.
Uh,
And the Browns are not.
yep. On the other hand, the coin has said, you know what, the Browns do have, for some reason, have the Bengals number every once in a while, so they're gonna pick the Browns.
You know, I do feel good about that Jacoby Brissett thing. Like it just the Browns just they look bad, and it feels like they kind of have given up a little. I'm honestly shocked that they still have uh Kareem Hunt on their team
I'm
because it
surprised.
feels like he's been on the trade block all season.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go. I'm surprised he didn't go to the Jets because I know he
Hmm.
because I know like he was in talks. That after Hall went down, I thought that was going to be a shoe in, but they went for James Robinson instead.
Well, I mean, the deal that they got for Robinson, you couldn't pass that up.
Oh, absolutely not.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, but that that concludes our uh, NFL predictions for October. So
Hmm.
Monday night's
Happy Halloween,
Monday night is
everyone!
going to be Monday
Woo!
night is going to be Halloween.
Yeah, and that game's gonna be spooky.
Spooky good or spooky bad?
Depends on who you're a fan of.
Fair enough.